Andy, to the chagrin of Yankee fans everywhere, today announcing his retirement. Andy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Mike. How are you?
I'm fine. Is it a tough day today, or have you prepared yourself for this?
I think I prepared myself. You know, it's tough. I mean, I don't think I'm never going to not want to go out and pitch and take the mound and compete. You know, that's going to be there, I think. But, you know, I just knew it was the right thing I needed to do. Deep down in my heart, I just felt like I didn't quite have what it takes to do it. But it's definitely a sad day, but I feel good about it. I feel real good about it.
Andy, obviously you missed starts last year, but you pitched so well when you did pitch. Did that make this a very hard decision because you pitched so well when you did pitch last year?
It did. It really did. It made it hard. It also made it hard knowing that I missed, 2.5 months of the season and came back and was able to pitch like I did in the playoffs and, you know, without really feeling prepared at all. So that made it even tougher from the standpoint is I really feel like I could, you know, you can go out there and pitch and compete, you know, and not even really be prepared that much. But when you think about a full season, you know, it's a long haul and it's a long year, and I just didn't feel like I had the drive anymore that I needed to have to compete like I wanted to compete, and then not only on the field but just in the clubhouse, and just to give the, you know, completely be sold out on it like I needed to be to do what I needed to do.
Did you agonize over this decision, or did you make it after last season, or have you gone through the holidays and gone through the winter going back and forth, or did you make the decision a while ago?
Well, when I left Arlington, when I looked at my wife and I said, I'm done, when I left the ballpark that night. And I think, you know, my teammates, I think, you know, I told Cash and them, I think they all knew that I was seriously considering. I don't think anybody believed it. and over the course of the offseason,
right,
talking with Cash and the Yankees, I still think they didn't believe it, but I continued to tell them, guys, I don't think I'm coming back. But it was agonizing because, and like I said in my press conference, around January, I think the 9th or so, you know, my wife, you know, was like, you know, if you're considering this, which I was considering it mentally, because I felt like the Yankees needed me. They didn't get Cliff, and I was like, man, I felt like everybody was counting on me. I should try to do this. And she was like, why don't you try to do it another year? You know, she was supportive. The kids wanted me to do it. So I told Cash I needed 3 to 4 weeks to train and let me see if my body could get in shape. And you know, unfortunately, as I continued to train, my body felt better and better every day, and my arm feels great, my body feels great. I'm pretty much really ready to go. But when I thought about making that call and telling them that I would do it, and there's just something inside of me. My heart was just telling me, don't do this. And I don't know how to explain it. I just, you know, I'm not really good at, I guess, maybe telling you emotionally how I feel or whatever, but just there was something inside of me saying you don't have you don't got it anymore, what it takes to do it the way that you need to do it. Didn't want to come back and struggle through a year because I felt like I'd been, you know, pretty good over the last few years, and I didn't want to come back and struggle through a year and not be committed like I want to be.
We're talking with Andy Pettitte. A sad day for Yankee fans as Andy ends his brilliant career. He's up at Yankee Stadium. We're in Dallas for the Super Bowl on the Fan and on the Yes Network. Andy, people always look for reasons, so I want them to hear from you that those are genuine. This Clemens mess hasn't played into that at all, has it?
Oh, man, like I said in this press conference, I mean, I hope anybody that has followed me, and I know the fans, and I'm sure you, have followed me, you know that that would not have no bearing on a decision I'm going to make as far as a life decision like this. Like I've said, God has carried me through that whole situation, and it has been unbelievable in that. And if I was going to play or not play, He's going to continue to carry me through that. But that decision, you know, this decision is completely made on just what I want to do. You know, nothing has even, you know, entered my mind as far as anything that's going on with that.
Any chance that you would, in a couple of months, feel real good and think about coming back if the Yankees are pestering you? Is that something we've seen a lot of guys do that? Is that something you would consider?
Well, I just had obviously the talk with all the writers and stuff like that, and they were asking me every, question every different way as far as trying to answer that question. And I am not going to play this year. I mean, I am committed to that. I will not play this year. I wouldn't be going what I'm going through right now if I thought I was going to play. They were asking me, well, what if you're, every second of the day you're hurting all year long this year, and, would you come back next year? And I'm like, I don't even, they were kind of making a joke. I said, well, if I hurt every single day and I wanted to pitch so bad all year and it was driving me crazy, I would be completely embarrassed, but I guess I would have to consider maybe coming back and playing. But at this point, I have such a good peace about it. I can just, I can just say I do not think that there's any way that I'll ever pitch again in a big league uniform, that's for sure.